What do you call this?
Coke.
It's soda.
Soda.
No, pop. So if you ask for a Coke and then they say what kind and then you say Coke again, then will they give you an actual Coke or do they
Or
just
they
keep
just
asking
keep
what
asking
kind?
The United States doesn't have an official language. Most people in the country speak English, but which version of English?
I'm from New England.
I'm from the South.
I'm from the Mid-Atlantic.
I'm from the Midwest.
And I'm from the West Coast.
What's a dialect? Where do accents fit in? And are regional dialects or accents dying out because of the internet? Today we'll take a linguistic tour around the United States to find out. The word accent just refers to the way a person or group of people pronounces words, while dialects can encompass accents, word choice, idioms, and even differences in grammar. In certain parts of the South, for example, if someone asks if you're going to do a particular activity, a valid response would be, I might could. It doesn't conform to the grammar of standard English, but it follows its own consistent usage rules within that particular dialect. That sort of thing can play a role in identity and group formation.
I feel like with California, the stereotypical is dude. Like people say dude a lot.
Definitely wicked for New England, and we actually do say wicked quite a bit. Only as an adverb though, because people are like, do you describe things as wicked? I'm like, no, that's British. We say like, that's wicked cool, or that test was wicked hard.
Like accents, dialects are always evolving. Migration patterns, media, and shifting political and cultural norms can all affect the words we use.
I know that my accent was different than my parents because of the media that I grew up watching.
A New Yorker who said, hey guys, 10 years ago, might today opt for a more gender neutral, hey y'all.
I would say hi guys.
Hello all.
I say, hey y'all, or if it's a lot of people, I say, hey all y'all.
What qualifies as a dialect depends on how we define it. Merriam-Webster's.com calls it a regional variety of a language, distinguished by vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. So in that understanding, there's a geographic component to dialects.
After I graduated from college in the South, I moved to Pittsburgh, and that's really where I learned that I had a dialect.
But dictionary.com says that similar linguistic elements can be shared by a group of speakers who are set off from others geographically or socially. If social cohesion is enough to set a dialect apart, you could argue that people who play massive multiplayer online games share a common dialect. If that example seems over the top, what about the mostly queer, Black, and Latin communities that made up ball culture and helped give the world new meaning for words like shade and work? As in, you better work. With unique idioms, sentence structure, and vocabulary, you could make a convincing argument that drag culture created a distinct dialect within English. These days, of course, you can see those kinds of words far outside the context they arose in. So is that a dialect dying out? Or just evolving? Many experts actually think that the internet can help preserve local dialects by connecting community members and creating an archive of how language is used, but the same might not be true for accents.
So when my friends met my mother for the first time, who born and raised Worcester, Massachusetts, they were like, we could not understand her quite a bit. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
We all speak with some kind of accent, but for people of my generation, it's pretty common to have an older relative speak a stronger version of that region's accent. As people move into and out of cities and regions, once narrowly defined accents can start to diminish or blend together. There can also be biases around accents.
It can be annoying when people are like, why did you say it that way?
So I think the general perception around the Valley Girl accent is like you're kind of dumb.
People might make assumptions about a speaker's education or socioeconomic status based on the way they speak, which sometimes encourages second and third generation immigrants to converge towards a more general American accent.
I love other people's accents. I think it makes people more interesting. It just brings more like depth into who they are and what their history is.
Depending on to whom I'm speaking and the context, my accent can fluctuate. So I try to keep it in play some because of that uniqueness, because I do enjoy, parts of it that remind me of people I grew up with.
Which dialect, if any, do you identify with? Or maybe better yet, what do you call this? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe to Babbel for more videos about language. Thanks for watching!